Now you all are familiar with the colloids, that is the basics of colloids. So now we have arrived at a point where we are in a situation to prepare the colloids. So when we talk about colloidal preparation, you should know that we can prepare colloids by two specific methods. One is the dispersion method and other is the condensation method. So like any method we use, like whichever method we apply, what we need is we need that the dispersion phase and the dispersion medium particles should fall in a range of 1 nanometer to 1000 nanometer. This is what is the criteria which we will think on by using any of the by picking any of the process. What we need is we just need to concentrate that the particle size should lie in that given range, right? So we have two methods. One is the dispersion, other is the condensation. So what do we do in dispersion method? See, here we have a particle whose size is actually more than the 1000 nanometer. So what we'll do in that case, we will break that particle into the smaller particles, and those smaller particles will lie in that given range, that is the 1 nanometer to the 1000 nanometer. As you all know that the diameter of the colloidal particles lie within this range, right? So for this we'll be implying the different processes like the electrodispersion method, the mechanical dispersion method, ultrasonic method and peptization. So by any of four methods we can apply, but the basic thing behind them is that we are employing different techniques actually, but the basic remains the same, that we are breaking a big particle into a particle of the colloidal size. Second is the condensation method. Condensation means condense, that means that as the name suggests, the particles are going to fuse, right? So condensation method is that in which the smaller particles, these particles do not lie in the range of colloidal particles. That means their size is less than 1 nanometer. But when we will just aggregate them, they will club with each other in order to form a single particle, and this particle will somehow lie in that range of the colloidal particle. And what is that range? That is the 1 nanometer to the diameter 1000 nanometer, right? So for this we will be employing different process like the double decomposition reaction, oxidation reduction and the hydrolysis. So if we apply either of the method, but the basic will remain same, that in all these three processes we are just aggregating the smaller particles in order to obtain a particle of size that lie between the 1 nanometer to the 1000 nanometer. So now you're just familiar that what is the basic phenomena involved in this processes. So now we are going to start with the dispersion method by taking up into the consideration by the different processes that we can follow actually.